Hey guys, I'm coming to you live from the Comic Command Center just outside of Kansas City, Missouri, where, everything is still kind of shut down, but world is starting to open back up. We might get new comics eventually. But anyway, had some cool stuff to show you guys. I actually had to make a trip out of town. While I was out of town, I risked everything. Went to see my buddy Zuga, picked up some books from him. Also, there's a cool store. If you've never heard of it, it's called Ollie's. Ollie's is fantastic. They've got a lot, and when I say a lot, they've got DC and Marvel comics and graphic novels, all at super cheap prices. So we picked a bunch of stuff up. Now I'm going to show you what we got. We also a couple of things in a mail call to show you guys. The first thing is we picked this up. This is for my buddy Sam. Superman: The War Years, 1938 to 1945. This was $7.99. Hardback. Roy Thomas did it. Roy Thomas, if we ever have Planet Comic Con, is supposed to be there, so good thing for Sam to get. He could get it signed. There was also a Wonder Woman and a Batman War Years by Roy Thomas as well, so who knows. By the way, in case you're wondering, the dogs are all upstairs playing with the kids, so I have a few minutes down here on my own. Next up, we picked up Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man #5. This is one of the few books that came out prior to everything shutting down, and my buddy Zuga had it for me. Just such a fun series. Mail Call Batman #684. Now, this was a book I already had. It is a great Alex Ross cover, but more importantly, signed by Denny O'Neil. Love our signature books. We also got The Spectre #9. I had posted about this book a few weeks ago. This is a Paul Gray gift to me. The cool thing about this book is you have Spectre and Zatanna having intercourse, and it's very no Comic Code Authority, nothing, no mature reader notification, but just one of those risque things that you find in comics periodically. We also managed to get a great deal on The Shadow #1. This is from the early 70s. Nice Bronze Age book. Always have loved The Shadow. Again, this is a Denny O'Neil book. Hopefully one day we can get Denny to sign that for us. One of the other books we picked up from our good friend Zuga was Justice League America #10. This is a Michael Turner cover signed by Peter Stegerwald. I butchered the last name. But this was always one of those covers that I always liked. And I'd been looking at it, and he had a great deal on it. So while I was out of town, I figured I'd go ahead and grab that. Also, another mail call book that I got was Spider-Man and the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, yeah. So there were actually 3 Dallas Cowboy comics that came out. One was a Tom Landry, which I had signed at the Super Bowl by Roger Staubach. The other was Dallas Cowboys and Spider-Man, and this was in the Dallas Times Herald. And then last but not least, there's a Spider-Man and Incredible Hulk with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, which I have already. So now I have all of the Dallas Cowboy comics that are out there. The other 2 books that we picked up from Ollie's, by the way, are Marvel Masterworks, The Uncanny X-Men 75-76. So this is a soft cover. Let you guys take a look. $3.99. $3.99 for this book. So it was just one of those things that I just couldn't pass up on there. And last but not least, and I've got some other Star Wars books coming in that I picked up and ordered, so you'll see those in the next week or so. But Star Wars Epic Collection, The Original Marvel Years. This is a volume 1. So we picked it up, and it basically covers issues 1 through, a lot. because it does skip around. But 1 through 23, then it's got some other stuff, and then issue like 60. But kind of cool to have. Yeah. And I think this was like $4 or $5.99. So again, a book I just was like, holy crap, super cheap, couldn't pass it up. So that's all I've got. Those are our new books. Oh, one last thing. We got all of these are various posters that came from our good buddy Zuga. I'll show you guys one of them. These are all Marvel. So like there's Star, Ironheart, New Mutants, there's a Marvel Knights, which is probably my favorite one, a Fantastic Four versus X-Men, and a Gwen Stacy. But a bunch of cool posters. We're going to sort through and see if we want to put something up now or wait. But it gives us options for the Comic Command Center. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got. Hopefully everybody is being safe and having a good weekend. Until then, I will catch you on the flip side. And as always, be excellent to each other. And I'm out. Thanks for watching, and have a great time. I'm out.